Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tyranny with me, Bring It Down. I don't know how long it's been like this, but Barrick's Phalanx stance was turned off. I'm going to assume it's been turned off since I upgraded to Phalanx 2. So I took care of that.
Right.
Ancient Oldwalls Parchment. You discover this ancient parchment deep within the Bastard's Wound Oldwalls, but cannot decipher the notation printed on it. A recruited researcher might help you determine its origins and meaning. Also, I was thinking yesterday how there's no summon magic in this game, and I think it would benefit with some summon spells. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I think maybe having just like a golem or elemental that you can summon for each core sigil, or they could just add a whole new core sigil to the game since there's an uneven amount here. But you could have like a frost golem, illusion golem, vigor golem, so on and so forth. Your standard stone golem. Alright, so we're probably going to get attacked by Bane right here. Let's make sure we're ready for it.
Tremble before the storm caller. Run.
All right. Not disembowel, that is the wrong ability. Nope, not that one either. Raking Slash, they all look the same to me. So it's hard to select her abilities quickly and efficiently.
Nope.
Oh, that's a good sunder. Alright, go ahead and thrust. Alright, haste up Barrick. Barrick, you should be using Striking Iron. And we can go and use, where's it at? Claw Swipe. Actually, she can probably do it over here instead. Hit both of them, right? Yeah. It's a very, very tiny AoE cone. Like, compared to Cleave. Whoops. Can I not? There we go.
Can do.
Let's see. Go ahead and drop this as well. Hard time targeting that guy. Go ahead and top off Barrick. He's silenced and paralyzed.
I'll hit you twice as hard next time.
Oh, hey, another one of the chronicles. Easy peasy. I'm gonna check something real quick. I don't know what. Not this one. Where's his lore at? Alright, so he's still getting experience for lore. And his, holy crap, his dodge is high. Oh, because he has a spectral blur and mirror image on. Never mind.
On it.
I was wondering if there was a cap to how much experience you could have in your skills. Alright, another chronicle by Lexeme. Found another one. This should be enlightening. An entry smiles victoriously as he hefts a weighty parchment tome. Festivities of the Tears. Subtitle. A survey of social days. I don't know about you, but I'm excited already. Drafting in the field stories. Some rather ribald marriage bed anecdotes. A study of regional variations in title retreat celebrations. More tournament reports that one might ever wish to read. It's all very fascinating to a historian like me, but I'm sure this is of little interest to you. We can move on. Entry taps at the cover of the tome, his face lost in thought. Considering the unusual details in the other chronicles, let's give this one a close read. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Well, let's take a closer look, shall we? The old man scours the pages, his eyes darting about the text with zeal. Some of these pages are missing, but not like I expected these would all be pristine. It's pages of Tiersman cultural studies. How do you find any of this intriguing? May I take a look? But of course. He hands you the heavy tome. You begin to flip through the pages, your eyes scanning along page after page of flowing text, most of it in changing inks and handwriting styles. The tome is as Lantry described, filled to the brim with stories of feasts and festivals, including such details as guests in attendance and wine served. Each turn of the page reveals more and more notes on celebrations and festivals, major and minor. Your head swims with the names and dates of countless past festivities, until at last you arrive at the end cover, your eyes heavy from skimming uneven handwriting. I'm weak on my Tiersman scripts. Let's go subterfuge instead. I look carefully. Why are some of these pages made of relatively fresh parchment? Books need rebinding all the time. They have multiple pages. Let me see. The old man scours the pages, his eyes darting about the text with zeal. Festival of Nerat. Since when was... Oh. Since 419. Since 419? Well, why is this the first I'm hearing of this tiers-wide celebration? He flips through the remaining pages, his eyes rapidly scanning the text with a series of grimaces and grumbles. A festival to Nerat 10 years before the conquest. Seems unlikely. Unlikely? Part of my art didn't speak, but it's freaking absurd. This isn't accurate. Why would someone... Lantry drops his hand into his palm, letting out a muted, raspy groan. I think the why is obvious. This creates a pretense that Tiersmen had been worshipping or loyal to the Archon of Secrets, voluntarily, before the war. Purpose. The only purpose the Chronicle serves is the retelling of it all. It is a cardinal sin of our craft to modify the telling, regardless of purpose. It seems obvious that Lexeme wanted me to find... No, not me, necessarily. Yeah, no, it was me. Yeah, she wrote to me and told me to come to the bastard's wound. It seems obvious that Lexeme wanted me to find a record of the sages and Tiersmen, accepting the course, and by extension, Kyros. There might be some truth to that. Lantry's gaze falls to the ground, and a soft sigh escapes his lips. I have a feeling there's even more errors hiding in these texts. He tucks the parchment into his bandolier with a sigh. I can peruse these pages another time. No doubt there is still more to be found down here. Lead the way. Well, I don't agree with what she's doing. I get why she's doing it, but you shouldn't rewrite history like that. Even if it's not, you know, history you're proud of, it's still history and it should be what's taught, what's known. Alright, so we probably have a pretty hefty fight ahead of us here, based on the mini-map and all the red markers. So let's get right here and go ahead and buff up. Alright, Barrick, do your thing. Everybody else, do your things. Alright, drop a taunt. Hang in there, Barrick. I should have some consumables ticking as well. We'll deal with that in a bit. Let's go ahead and put healing aura on Barrick. Try and keep him in the fight for as long as we can. And actually, Barrick, go ahead and heal yourself up as well. And then we can get Kills and Shadow over here and use Claw Swipe on these two. I wonder if it's possible to get more than two in that AoE. Because it's so small. Man, yeah, you can probably get a third one right there. Not going to bother trying right now. But... Alright, let's go ahead and get some consumables. Let's see. Some resolve for Barrick. Fruit for Lantry, and... mead for my main character, and cheese for Kills in Shadow. Take a cheese break in the middle of combat. Go ahead and smack one of these guys, Barrick. 56, 56, 53, 56. I guess that guy. Only 41 damage. So gonna put Vital Body on Kills in Shadow. Alright, human enemy, let's go and put Disembowel on him. Then we have Healing Wisps. Did I haste Barrick already? I don't see it, so I'm gonna assume that I didn't. Alright, let's heal up Kills in Shadow again. Barrick. Oh, we just brutalizing these guys. That whoever, I guess it was a Bane, but still, just melted that guy. All right, Sunder. Barrick, go and drop your taunt. Oh, still not off cooldown. That's okay. There's a human enemy, so we can use False Pit or Unravel Minds on him. Alright, Thrust should be up now. Oh man, Barrick barely
I got it.
beat my character to the punch there. Alright, let's level up Lantry before I do anything else. Resolve, of course. And... Next other point into Arcane Shield. So plus 20% magic defense, plus 6 armor versus Arcane. Ancient Mural is painted onto the wall. Take a closer look at the mural. The pristine, meticulously ordered stretch of Oldwalls masonry is dramatically interrupted by an intricate mural, painted across the brick wall with the primitive pigments. A crude maze of orderly tunnels and simple right angles is depicted, and small, indistinctly drawn humanoid figures populate its varied and winding corridors. In the gloom, it's difficult to make out the precise details at the top of the mural, which stretches above even a beast woman's height. Perhaps you're too sober to see it. One could see this as a cross-section of the Oldwalls. More artistic image than a map, but it seems probable. There's a plethora of detail packed into the art on these walls. A more thorough examination will likely produce additional information. Examine the upper section of the mural. The upper reaches of the painting aren't well illuminated by the otherworldly lights in the chamber. You have to find a way to gain some elevation to make out its detail. Alright, we'll just climb the wall. The brickwork of the Oldwalls is impressively meticulous, leaving little in the way of gaps between each smooth surface block. With some difficulty, you find the outliers in the precise masonry and find your handholds. It takes you a few minutes to slowly work your way up for a better look of the mural. Now at the top, you can clearly see a large break at the top of the depicted maze. A plethora of the humanoid figures swarm the top, with a few trickling down into the maze below. These humanoid shapes come in a variety of sizes and colors, some noticeably larger than others. The details on these figures are difficult to decipher, though you're able to spot some sharp talons, and a few that appear to have a tail, horns, or some other extra appendage. As you begin your slow descent to the chamber's floor, you explain the details to your followers. So people enter this maze from the top. Perhaps the spire is how people came into the Oldwalls. I mean, your spire is capable of teleporting. What's to stop it from porting someone downwards? Observe the mural's main section. The corridors and passageways depicted on the midsection are filled with humanoid figures. While chip paint and weathering causes some superficial differences, the figures appear otherwise uniform in size, shape, and color. The figures high atop the mural appear of different styles and colors, but you need to move in for a closer look to glean the subtleties. Is old tribe prowling Oldwalls? No bane and paint wall. Maybe tribe of very old keep, deep dark, free of scourge beasts. That was a very hard sentence to read. Look at the mural's lower section. Along the lower edge of the mural, what would amount to be to the floor or bottom of the maze, you spot traces of faded paint, not visible from a distance. Tiny bone-white hashes of skulls and skeletons are intermixed with the masonry of the bottom edge. A chilling detail. Is this to imply the dead were buried down below, or down below is built with the bones of the dead? I doubt it's that literal. The mural was complicated and layered, but is likely received as comprehensive an examination as is possible for the moment. Paintwall's proclamation of tribe roaming Oldwalls, or tribe Cajun Oldwalls. Kills and Shadow doesn't know. Maybe Alpha knows. Yeah, I don't know. 1 or 3, I guess. The Oldwalls once had many people, maybe different races and tribes, but only one of them survived. The slight differences in the various humanoids would support your supposition, but then, why don't we know of these other people? Were they more like us, or more like the Beastmen? Maybe Kyros and other long-lived folk are from one of these races. Satisfied with your investigation, you step away from the mural and leave its nuance for the next traveler to ponder. As you turn away from the mural, Kills and Shadow sniffs the ancient stone and paint a few more times before turning to following your lead. Jeez.
Will do.
Reading can be tricky sometimes. Got weird floating shadows.
See that?
Thanks, Barrick.
Yes.
He's like the bomb squad of our team. Covered head to toe in... We've been over here yet? Covered head to toe in armor, and he goes up and disarms the traps for us. Oh, this is where we were at earlier. This is where the Beastmen are being bled by Insipid Moniker.
Graven Ash protects.
Alright, so where does this take us? It's back to the Fractured Depths. Alright, before we fight more Bane, let's buff up.
Tremble before the storm color. Run.
Alright, it's not going to be a whole lot of them, just 4. So I'm not going to put Crag Weapon on. Actually, I'm thinking about swapping Crag Weapon to like the fire version of the weapon buff. My only concern is running across enemies that have armor versus fire, which I think they do. Yeah, they have 10 armor against fire damage. And the blue ones have armor against shock damage.
I will aid
Strong strike.
Alright, Barrick, go ahead and get a taunt out. Taunt over here for me. Then go ahead and use Claw Swipe there. Kills in Shadow. Let's keep her alive. Sunder this guy. Barrick, let's Striking iron, this guy. Actually, could you have a better chance of hitting? 68, 68, it's the same. Okay, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Is he raking slash? Alright, haste up Barrick. Vital body Barrick as well. Just keep him in the game, and let's see. Let's try and paralyze one of these guys. Kills in shadow, use Searing Palm. Oh.
As you command.
I think Cleave can hit both these guys. Yeah, so use Cleave on my main character. Gonna claw swipe over here, kills in shadow.
On my own strength.
Alright, easy fight. Not entirely sure what the point of putting that here was, other than to just activate these, what are these things called? Bane traps? Bane snares, there we go. I remember. Yeah, I don't know what the point of activating this was. Did I try this with all 3 torch keys? I think that I did. Let's try it one more time before I get back to the fractured depths. So I don't trust my memory that much. That's right, I put the blue one in there and it activated this switch. See, I don't know how we get up there yet.
Right.
Yeah, that's the rest of this area explored, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So that's all of Dark and Hollow explored except for this upper platform.
Keep eyes and ears open.
Gosh darn it, kills in shadow. Hey, go up the stairs.
Shadow understands.
Go up the stairs, there you go. Jeez Louise. Alright, fractured depths, what does this do? So it looks like blue is used for just about everything in this area. Oh, we're back here. But why? Oh, because I have more torch keys. Never mind, that's why. Alright, so blue works here. How about up here?
Fascinating. It's like the sigil of reaching grasp for keystones. Clever trinket.
Oh, down here as well. No, we've already activated that bridge. There's a bridge on this side too. So maybe we can activate another torch key down here. So there's a teleporter there. It's in, I think it's just camping supplies that I didn't grab over here. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, camping supplies there, and
Sorry, I can't.
camping supplies here as well, right? And a bunch of potions. Thought I grabbed that last time. Or last time we were here. Need quick save. I don't quick save enough in this game. I mean, most fights aren't challenging enough to require quick save.
Interesting.
Why would you run to that side to act? He ran over the trap to disarm it. That's so frustrating. Yeah, I see the enemies over there. Go grab the chest. Thank you.
Right.
You would raise a hand against a warrior of justice, then
Alright, let's
step
do it.
forward and beat you.
Another easy fight. Well, I say easy now, but most of these fights down here have been a struggle.
I will aid you.
Alright, got a taunt. Jeez Louise, I'm glad they wasted that before Lantry ran up. Because that lightning spell destroys Lantry. Let's disembowel this guy.
Face my eye.
Lantry, go get up here. Put healing aura on Barrick. Then haste him. Barrick, you can use striking iron on somebody. 68, 68, 49.
I will aid you.
Let's try and cut this wisp down.
Nothing.
Like I'm just walking around my backline like that. Not a care in the world. Oh, she's rooted. That's no good.
Human demands too much from me.
We need to heal up Barrick a little more. Actually, in fact, Barrick, just go and use your ability.
You learn something every day. Get back here.
Big heal as well as a shield. Alright, thrust that guy. Are you still rooted? Cousin Shadow doesn't look like it. I don't see a debuff on you. Move a little closer and use Claw Swipe.
Frightened from these bullets.
Alright, Lancer, hang in there. You should not be engaging in melee combat like this, but sometimes you don't have a choice.
Smash to pieces.
I also have a taunt missed. It's okay. Cousin Shadow, heal yourself up, and... Alright, Bane is gone.
On it.
I have plenty of human enemies here for Lantry to crowd control, so let's do that. Barrick, throw out another taunt. Alright, False Pit, now heal up Kills in Shadow. Lantry, because she needs it.
If you can.
Nothing.
I'll hit you twice as hard next.
There we go. Get a little close, because he got frozen as he was casting it, and it slows down the cast time. I wasn't sure if he was, couldn't get it off before she got cut down by Skirmisher back here.
I'll take care of it.
A lot of petrified grand staffs. Sorcerer Savant gloves. So that's a second piece of Sorcerer Savant equipment that we found. I wonder if it's... Because we have the boots and we have the gloves. I wonder if it's a whole set that we can find. It's not as good as what he currently has equipped. Well, I'm not going to swap out the gloves anyway, because he has the Alchemist gloves equipped. In better disengagement defense, he loses some recovery time. Because it's light armor leather. Looks a little ridiculous with its current setup.
Sorry, I can't.
Let's talk to the Sleepless. A gaunt, bewildered-looking woman stands precariously against the edge of the cracked platform. She rubs her bleary eyes impatiently and glances in varied directions with a befuddled expression. Where was I supposed to go? She turns rapidly in your direction. Hello? Do you know the way through here? Careful. That's a long drop. Yes, of course it is. I'm not some child, about to tumble over with the breeze. She shuffles slightly as she speaks, brushing loose stone into the chasm below. I just need to find the way through, obviously. Are you lost? Clearly, I think. I came in from a teleporter nearby, but I can't remember the way forward. She points at the yawning chasm at her feet. I feel like I need to head downward. It somehow feels right. Her eyes shut tightly as she's engulfed by a massive yawn. I need to find my way down, and I'm sure I'll be able to rest. Is that teleporter still working? Which teleporter? That teleporter? No, don't be silly. I took the stone that operates it, so how could it be on? She chuckles softly, and here I was worried I had lost my mind. I need that keystone. She presses a small pouch close to her chest. What if the way I need to go is back through that teleporter? I don't know the way down. It could be in any direction. There's some stairs to the west. They may be what you're looking for. There are? Yes, that must be it. I need to head downward. Climbing certainly won't work. Thank you, stranger. I won't be needing this. Safeguard it for me. She reaches into a worn pouch and produces a keystone, dropping it into your hands. I'll just rest here a moment before moving on. So the other times we've killed Sleepless, it's been merciful. Like, several of the messages, I think they all have been, actually. Like, let me, put you to rest and stuff like that. This one is, push woman over ledge. Let me show you a shortcut. It doesn't take much force to send her over the edge. She plummets into the chasm in eerie silence, as soon engulfed by its dark expanse. I guess that makes up for not pushing what's-your-face over the side of the spire. We claimed the mountain spire. Alright, so we're done with vitality. I guess it's time to move on, I guess, accuracy. For a better crit chance. We leveled up here as well, so I can do massive blow, moderately increases critical hit damage, expose weakness when attacking from stealth, I don't do that. Head strike, deliver powerful blows to the target's head, stunning them. I have enough abilities on my rotation as it is. I can barely use them all in a single encounter, so I'm going to go for two-handed mastery. Increases weapon damage with two-handed melee weapons and allows basic attacks to strike multiple times. So 3% chance to strike 2 times, 2% chance to strike 3 times, and then plus 5% two-handed weapon damage. Alright, and I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one we will continue through the Oldwalls. I assume we can activate this from here, and we'll just keep tracking down Reef Talon. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.